All right. Today I want to show us how to site setup using ICT concept. The very simple analogy. Now, in the case where you see a fair value gap, in this case, this is a sell side imbalance, buy side liquidity, and here you see it's another fair value gap called buy side imbalance, sell side liquidity. We want to look for an opportunity around these two areas. So this area here will be the area where you set up your sell position, and this is where you will offload it. Just simple ideas like that. So let's say you've not seen this place has not happened. This particular area, you've already seen this place, but it has not happened like this. So all you have to do is to wait for price to enter into this fair value gap area, and this in this case is a weekly time frame. So all you have to do is to wait for it, allow price to get there before you carry out your operation. So this on the weekly chart, this is where you are planning to sell and you're looking for something specific around that area that will make you pull your trigger. Now you're going to offload your position around there, and of course you can see that when price got to this place, it began to reverse. That's already feel this fair value gap, which are areas I've mentioned before that you want to be looking for on a higher time frame. So let's dive in to daily time frame to see one or two things there. So this is a daily time frame. This is the upper fair value gap I've drawn our attention to, and this is the lower fair value gap that I've also drawn our attention to. I want to see how price use these areas and how you could maximize this opportunity to your profitability. So when price got to this high fair value gap, which I call SIBI, that is ICT concept, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, we saw that the market has been moving high, it has been trending high, until this low was created, and finally it couldn't really enter, it didn't enter into the fair value gap once more. So it failed to create this, to take out this high, and then this last higher low, which I have marked out, was broken through by this impulsive price move. At this point, we could agree that the end of this trend has just been initiated, which is known as break of market structure. And then what followed next, what we could see after this, was a little bit of retracement, and then it formed a fair value gap. So these are things you want to be paying attention to on a higher time frame. The formation of fair value gap after a break of market structure, you want to wait for price inside this area. This candle formed on the 14th of November, and this candle formed on the 15th and 16th and the 18th of November. These three candles are the candles that form the fair value gap. So we could see that price in fact enter into it, burst out from it a little bit, but we could see that the wick, it created a wick, even though it's shot through it a little, and the body of the candle is just at the midpoint of this fair value gap, showing that price is showing respect for the fair value gap. After then, we begin to see that price begin to pour down massively into this lower fair value gap. which I've said a price will seek to fill those void. These are all ICT concepts. So going down to lower time frame, 4 hours, we want to check other things that could help us take the trade on a lower time frame with reduced risk. So having seen here, price hits the higher fair value gap and then broke market structure here. So this area, this line here and this second line is the daily fair value gap, but there is a little fair value gap here which price also seeked. It went higher and then entered there and continued to break lower. So we're going to dive into 1 hour time frame to see if there are other things that could. This 4 hour time frame, I wouldn't have taken trade on 4 hour time frame, but I should be expecting price to react at this area. So I would have marked it out, mark this, allow this place to be like this, and then I will expect price to come here. So let's go down to 4 hours to still check if we could see anything that will help us take this trade and ride it to the destination with earlier seen. So onto 1 hour chart. Onto 1 hour chart, what we could see here is very important. So after price had entered into this area, into this 4 hours fair value gap, we could see that there was a impulsive move, very sharp one downward, and there was a formation of a fair value gap. So on a 1 hour time frame, saying this is a plus for me, formation of fair value gap, all I need to do is to set my position around here, and then my stop loss will be over here. And then we could see, of course, our price begin towards blow down. Now if you check, if you miss your entry here, there is no problem, but look at this little fair value gap formed there again. You could put your position here, your stop loss will be above here, and then you can still ride the trade downwards. If you look at this place also, this place also give an opportunity. So checking here also, we could also see an opportunity here. Although these days, they took days to actually pan out, but in all of it, there was still opportunity to still enter the trade, supposing you have missed it from the onset. So it went along like that till this lower fair value gap was reached. So that was a lot, and training your eyes to see these things will really help you to be able to maximize them. In fact, you could anticipate this before it happened, and you could be part of it anyway. Let's go to 15 minutes to see how these things could have bid for our own advantage. Now look at the beginning here. A failure swing had happened here, and eventually market broke lower. Okay, let me draw attention to something here. This fair value gap was closed in. Price closed in it here. After the closing in, price returned higher. Let me illustrate what I'm trying to say here. At least if you are not seeing a visible break of market structure, this one will help us very well. This one will help us. Let me make it blue. Okay. Now we could see on this 15 minutes time frame that there is a fair value gap here, which should have supported price higher. But what happened? Price broke through it outside, which is telling us that this market will reverse. And of course, what did price did? price retreats into the midpoint, retreat the second time here, and then begin to what? Fall down. On the 1 hour time frame, this was our fair value gap here. Price retreats into it and then continue lower. So these are things you want to be looking for in price that will help you, position yourself to maximize opportunity. This is another opportunity here. After market had reacted from this 1 hour fair value gap, it returned into this fair value gap here. I hope you can see it. I will not draw it just so you can understand it again. So several ways by which we could have make good use of this opportunity. And we see. So price continued to react from there, and then it went down into the fair value gap that we had earlier highlighted. So with this, it should give you an insight into how to expect what price should be doing. And then position yourself to make good use of the opportunity market is presenting, so to say. So I hope you find value in this presentation. Till I come your way next time. Bye for now.